everyone, this is Kevin Richards here from Rock the Stage NYC here on YouTube and rpmvocalstudio.com on the web for voice lessons worldwide. I'm going to talk to you about today, this is kind of a redo of a video that I put up that some reason didn't upload correctly, and it was only playing about a minute and a half into a 6-minute long video, and the audio wasn't synced, so I'm kind of redoing it here. So what it was about vocal sirens or vocal slides, octave slides, octave sirens. You'll see it referred to as different names. What they are, what's going on internally, and why it's important, and how we kind of incorporate this into actual singing technique. First of all, what is a vocal siren? Well, you've got very variations, but the normal one you see is typically an octave. The same note going from one note to an octave note above and back down. May, that's the typical one you see. There are variations where you just go to a fifth above. May, or a third. May, a fifth. May, and then an octave. May. Now, what's going on internally in there? Well, the vocal cords are being stretched or pulled, actually this way, tighter as you go up, and then they're abducting or loosening as they come down, adducting as they go up, abducting as they go down. And what's happening is there are very minute changes in compression that's happening on the cords in terms of how tightly they are closing together. There are very minute changes that happen, very small, subtle changes that happen as the cords are being pulled tighter. What we need to do is teach the voice how to readjust on the fly, because there are no really specific notes, except the two notes that you're singing to and from, kind of the destination and the return back home there. There's really, you're kind of singing all sort of micro notes in between. There's really no specific. So in between those two notes, you're kind of in this kind of no man's land, this kind of Twilight Zone area of I have no idea where I'm going until you get to there. So you kind of have an idea, you have to have an idea of your destination. You have to have an idea of what that note is going to sound like before you get there. Now, the reason we want to do this is it helps balance out the voice. It helps teach the voice how to maintain compression, how to maintain closure, balanced and evenly as we go through basically all those little micro notes, which makes actually singing the notes in between easier. Because when we do this, like this very typical 4-note arpeggio here, we have those notes in the middle to kind of help us grab the sound as we go along. You know, may, I have those momentary pauses or stops at those notes to help me kind of re-grab. When we're doing the octave, those aren't there. May. So you kind of have to learn how to really hang on as you go through. Now, the reason this is important, like I said, is it helps balance out the voice and smooth out any breaks or speed bumps you got in there. May. What that is, that little bump there, that little break there, is a lack of or a popping off. Basically, the vocal cords don't know how to maintain closure or compression as the vocal cords are being pulled. They don't know what to do yet. They don't know how to readjust kind of on the fly as the vocal cords are being pulled up and down. This is why this is important. We need to teach the voice how to do that, so that when we sing the notes in the middle, it knows what to do. It knows to readjust. It's familiar with the amount of compression that it needs in that particular area of the stretch as it goes up and down. When I do this G to G here, the G below middle C to the G above, there is a registration change that happens on the vocal cords in terms of how they are actually vibrating. But you cannot feel that, so don't worry about it. We just go by what we're feeling and what we're hearing. Now, the way I generally teach this with students is we actually start from the high C on the way down. We start very lightly. Now, if there's a flip in there or a break, I teach them that light sound at the top, hold on to it all the way till you're just about the bottom, and then spread it out. An easier way. With male voices, we kind of have to sneak our way into the upper ranges because our voices are really built to resist that kind of singing up here. So we kind of have to trick it and kind of slide in. So I'm gonna demonstrate here with this G to G here, and I'm gonna work it down. May. Now you can use may or you can use whoa, which is what I like. Whoa, because whoa is a really nice compressed, semi-closed or semi-dark sound. The W gets a really nice compression. It lowers the larynx. Whoa, 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 whoa. And it really gets a sense of downward compression, which is really cool. But if there's a bump in there, whoa, what's happening is the vocal cords just don't know how to hang on, so we're going to teach them. What we do is slow down in that area right where that little flip is and kind of very, very slowly slide our way through it. Whoa! Whoa! We kind of slither and slide our way around that speed bump. This is how we teach the voice how to readjust on the fly. Whoa! Now, if you want to do a complete loop, up and down or down and then up again, don't think of the notes as going up and down. Think of them as close to you, then far away, and then come back. And they basically do a loop. Whoa! We want to have this kind of outward loop because what we want to do is as the note kind of goes away from us, you want to feel like we're going to kind of tug on it and keep it back a little bit. Kind of keep that dog on a leash. Whoa! And this will help us keep closure because we'll be readjusting and not letting the vocal cords kind of pop open. Whoa! Is you didn't hang on to if that happens, that means the compression that you started with on the bottom note, you didn't hang on to it as the vocal cord stretched to the upper note. You kind of backed off a little bit. Or you didn't slightly lean in to keep it together. So by doing this kind of, whoa, we're going to hold it back as we go up. Not tug it back, we're not going to yank it back, we're just going to slowly kind of hold it back. We're going to add that little bit of compression that we need to keep the vocal cords together. Whoa! Again, we're not yanking it and we're not pulling it. We're just very slightly just kind of holding it back a little bit. Whoa! And that helps maintain pressure as we go around. Or you even think of it this way. You don't have to think of it that way if you don't want to. But either way, you don't want to think of it as up and down, though. Always think of it as near and far. Sorry if that was like a 3D thing going on there. Okay. But this is the reason why. Because when we sing something like this, whoa, the vocal cords actually know how to hang on now because they have more notes to hang on with. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that is the purpose of a vocal siren, or a vocal slide, or whatever you see it as, falsetto slide, or an octave slide, octave siren. This is what we do is we're teaching the vocal cords how to maintain consistent compression as the vocal cord is stretched, registration changes, and the resonance move. We're teaching it how to self-balance, to readjust on the fly kind of a thing. And that's why, so when you sing notes, if I do like a fifth here, whoa, whoa, I can now hold on, whoa, because that's actually harder than doing whoa, because I have more notes in the middle to kind of hang on. So when I sing whoa, sing a melody, so to speak, I know how to hang on and keep those notes compressed and balanced and even. And that is the purpose of an octave slide. Don't forget to subscribe. Please comment below. I'm more happy to answer any questions you have about this exercise or anything else about voice in particular. Don't forget to share this video wherever you like, on Instagram, to Twitter, Pinterest, whatever. I don't care, wherever you put. Share wherever you like. Check out the links below. There are links there for my vocal courses and to take lessons with me online, worldwide. Till next time, Kevin Richards. See ya.